Welcome to Exam Candy. In this lecture, we will be doing the continuation of our last some of our videos. Please subscribe our channel if you like the videos, and do drop a like and comment in the comment section below. Right, so continuing with the video, we will be discussing that what should be the timetable for UPSC aspirants. Right now, one thing you need to keep in mind that this is one thing which has been made on a generalized, more short of a suggestion based, right? Now the timetable, your timetable will differ from my timetable will differ from someone other timetable. So you need to keep in mind that this is not a fixed thing. So here what I'm suggesting is only some steps or some strategies which you need to keep in mind while making your timetable. Now, in some of our last videos, I have discussed about the consistency in your preparation. So your timetable should also reflect your consistency in your preparation. Right. So going on with that, first point you need to keep in mind that there is no fixed time to study. If I'm saying, if like supposedly if I give you that you have to study from 7 to 9 in the morning, and then 11 to 1 in the noon, and then 2 to 7, 2 to 5, and then 6 to 8. So this is not the thing which is based on scientific research, right? I cannot give you a fixed time to study because you will study according to your preferences. I might have some work in 7 to 9, but I will study from 9 to 11 maybe. So there is no fixed time which I can suggest that you should go for this. But still, preferably, you study difficult topics or difficult subjects which you feel in the morning, because when you get up after freshening up yourselves, you feel a lot of motivation within yourselves, and also your mind is fresh, right? After taking sleep of 6 to 7 hours, or maybe 7 to 8 hours, your mind feel fresh, and then you can understand things properly. So this is preferably, I would say, that do not, like, I'm not saying do not get up, do get up at 3 a.m. in the morning and then study. If you are getting up at, even after doing late night study, if you are getting up at 8 or 9, then preferably after getting up, you study the difficult topics in your morning. And the least, not the least, but right, the topics which demands your less attention, which are easy according to you, which are comprehensible, you keep those topics or those subjects in the later part of the day. Now coming to the third thing, this is the time. Now coming to third thing, that while you are making your timetable, you need to keep one thing in mind, that you study in slots, right? You block out your day, right? And then you make those study slots, and those study slots should not be lengthier than of 2 hours, right? You need to take break in between to re-energize your mind, to in fact to do some physical activity for a minute or two, such that your body feel refreshed, right? If I say that you need to consistently study for 4 hours, then you can't do this, right? My body will feel exhausted, and also my mental energy as well. After a period of time, you cannot focus on your study if I'm saying that you need to study continuously for 4 hours. So this is the strategy which is based on scientific research, that you need to study in slots. Maybe you can do this 50 minutes of a study, 10 minutes of break, then 50 minutes of study, 10 minutes of break. So this will comprise of your 2 hours. And then after those 2 hours, you can take 1 hour break, you can take half an hour break, which is suitable according to you. Now, what I would suggest is that this is 1 year long preparation, and you are not a superman that you can study for 18 hours of the day. No, this is not possible, at least according to me, for the 365 days preparation. You cannot go for studying like this. You will exhaust your mental health. So what I will suggest, that study minimum 5 hours, if you can't study more, but with concentration, that your productivity should be equal, should suffice you and would get you a rank, right? But at max you can study 8 to 10 hours, right? This is the time where most of the toppers suggest that you need to study 8 hours, 7 hours. 8 hours will suffice, right, according to me, if you're consistently doing that. So now, which are the additional things you need to keep in mind while making your timetable? That you need to give some time for exercise. I'm not saying that you need to become a runner, you need to become a bodybuilder. No, just do a little bit of physical exercise. Take a walk while listening to your favorite songs, right? It will reboost you. So this is one thing you need to include in your timetable. And second thing is proper rest, right? If I'm saying that I need to study for 10 hours and I'm not taking proper rest, then those 10 hours will not be equally productive to my 2 hours of study, right? So you need to take proper rest, proper sleep of 7 to 8 hours, and in between nap also 40 to 45 minutes. Then comes to your food. Eat healthy foods, right? If you are doing late night studies, do not take heavy foods. And even if you are doing study in your mornings or early morning person, you are an early morning person, then I would say go for light food. Because heavy foods, like if I am eating heavy food like burger or pizza, then after a period of time I will feel sleepy, right? I will not be able to focus on my study. So this is the thing you need to keep in mind. So these are the additional things while making your timetable. Then the fourth thing come is your answer writing, right? If you are devoting, like suppose I'm supposed to study 3 hours of the static portion of this subject in the morning in my first study slot. Then in the second study slot, which is of 2 hours, I'm supposed to read current affairs, take notes, and revise. Okay. Then after, in the third study slot, I'm taking the easy subject, but I'm forgetting about answer writing. So you need to keep in mind that after these three study slots of 2 hours, that will comprise 6 hours, 1 hour should be given for answer writing, right? Because from the very first day onwards, if you have studied a topic, I would say not from the very first day, because this is like something idle, but after reading 1 week, you start the answer writing from the next week onwards, right? Because you will have some knowledge about current affairs, you will have knowledge about some general studies papers, your optionals. So you are you practice writing answers. So you should give that slot to answer writing in your timetable, along with current affairs, along with your static parts, right? So these are the things you need to keep in mind. And one thing you need to keep in mind is that while going for all these things, while making your 1 year plan, right? Because we are making long term plans and short term plans. Long term plan will be that in this month I need to complete this book, in this month I will complete this GS paper, right? But what are the short term plans? Then again, that in this week I will complete this, and before sleeping, before going to sleep, you need to make your timetable for the day, for next day, right? Because how if you will feel next day is that you are cleared of all the things you need to think about. You need not to think about before going to study table कि आज क्या पढूं, ठीक है? So this will suffice you in your timetable. And all the best. Make timetable according to your preference, but keep in mind that you need to consistently study for at least 6 to 7 hours in a day. And all the best. Bye bye. Take care.